Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Welcome to the final of the MRTvision Screenshot Contest 12. I am here in lovely Caprica, and we are here to hear the results of the final and see how all the placements will fall, coming from the 20 qualifier votes and 20 of the public, your votes, which will be revealed after the qualifier votes. It's exciting to see all the results. Thank you so much for showing up if you're here watching live. This broadcast, well, is not actually live. It's live pre-recorded, as close as we can get. So if you're here, please chat below in the chat. Let me know what's your prediction for the top 3, and if you're participating, what's your prediction of where you'll get. I want to give a thank you to everyone who has participated, voted, and basically done anything with the contest. If you voted at all in any capacity or told people to vote, thank you so much. We were able to get all the votes in, and we're able to make this program. Otherwise, this event would not be possible. Of course, only one screenshot can take the victory, and there are 20 screenshots waiting to try to take that spot. Of course, let's see those screenshots now. If we take a look at the board here are the 20 screenshots listed in their draw order currently. I will note that if there is any ties, I will clarify them at the end of each section. So if there's a tie on the board, it may not be reflected on the actual placement orders between those multiple cities. I'll be revealing the qualifier points in order of the draw order, starting with the city of Kanya and ending with Merville. After that, we will go to the public points, which we will read from 20th place of the qualifier vote all the way to first place. Then we will know the winner of the MRTvision Screenshot Contest 12. Let's get started then. First up, here are the points from the city of Catania. Here is the city of Catania's 1 through 7 points. 8 points to Solstice Springs. 10 points to Merville. And 12 points, the first 12 points of the final of the MRTvision Screenshot Contest 12, from the city of Catania go to Lapis Bay. Moving on to the points from Pixel. Pixel's first time in the final. Here are Pixel's 1 through 7 points. Eight points from Pixel go to Porton. 10 points to Dand. And 12 points from Pixel go to Merville. Congratulations to Merville. We now go on to Pascal. Here are Pascal's 1 through 7 points. 8 points for Pascal go to Nibel. 10 points to Merville. And 12 points from Pascal go to Melosa. Congratulations to Melissa. It's your first 12 points. On to the points from Covina. Here are Covina's 1 through 7 points. 8 points from Covina go to Nibel. 10 points to Merville. And 12 points from Covina go to Lapis Bay. On to the points from foreign. Here are foreign's 1 through 7 points. Eight points from foreign go to Merville. 10 to Salsa Springs. And 12 points from foreign go to, for the third time, Lapis Bay. Moving on to the points from Lanitan. Here are Lanitan's 1 through 7 points. Eight points from Lanitan go to Nivelle. 10 points to Birmingham. And 12 points from Lanitan go to Dan. We are a third of the way through the qualifier votes, and currently in third place we have Salsa Springs. In second place, only 1 point ahead with 41 points, is Lapis Bay, and in first place with 54 points is Merville. But of course we still have a lot of votes to go, so this whole placement could be shaken up quite a bit. Moving on with the points from Melosa. Here are Melosa's 1 through 7 points. 8 points from Melosa go to Horton. 10 points to Dan. And 12 points from Melosa go to Forain. Move on to the points from Nuke, New Premier City. Here are Nuke's 1 through 7 points. Eight points from Nuke go to Lapis Bay. 10 points to Melosa. And 12 points from Nuke go to Solstice Springs. On to the points from Content State. Here are Content State's 1 through 7 points. Eight points to Solstice Springs. 10 points to Forain. And 12 points from Content State go to the Nymphic Union. On to the points from Birmingham. Here are Birmingham's 1 through 7 points. Eight points from Birmingham go to Dan. 10 points to Covina. And 12 points from Birmingham go to Lapis Bay. We are halfway through the qualifier votes, And let's take a look at the scores here. In third place, we have Lapis Bay with 69 points. In second place, only 2 points ahead with 71 points, is Salted Springs. And only 7 points ahead with 78 points is Merville. Merville continues to have the lead, but it's a very narrow margin among all the top scorers. We move on to the points from East Mesa. Here, East Mesa's 1 through 7 points. Eight points to Forain. 10 points to Dand. And 12 points from East Mesa go to Merville. Merville is now increasing their lead. Will they be able to hold it? We now move on to the points from Dand. Here are Dand's 1 through 7 points. Eight points from Dand go to the Republic of Miwan. 10 points to Solstice Springs. And 12 points from Dand go to, once again, Merville. Merville is now the first person to break the 100-point mark this contest. Here we go on to the points from the Nymphic Union. Here are the Nymphic Union's 1 through 7 points. 8 points to Merville. 10 points to Porton. And 12 points from the Nymphic Union go to Nuke. And we now move on to the points from Nibel. Here are Nibel's 1 through 7 points. 8 points to Covina. 10 points to Lapis Bay. And 12 points from Nibel go to Merville. We have a third of the qualifier vote left. Currently, it is quite close, but there is a big gap. In first place, we have Merville with 122 points, followed by Solstice Springs, Lapis Bay, Dand, Forain, and quite a few other cities rounding out the top 10. Still quite a few points to give. Here are Solstice Springs, 1 through 7 points. 8 points to Forain. 10 points to the Nymphic Union. And 12 points from Solstice Springs goes to Covina. To the points from Porton. Here are Porton's 1 through 7 points. 8 points from Porton go to Nuke. 10 points to Solstice Springs. And 12 points from Porton go to Dand. Four cities to go. Any surprises? Anything you're expecting, unexpected? Leave them in the comments below. I'll probably be watching live, so I'll be reading your comments now. Move on to the next one, which is Peripotamia. Here's Peripotamia's 1 through 7 points. Eight points from Peripotamia go to the Nymphic Union. 10 points to Dand. And 12 points from Peripotamia go to Nibel. Three cities left to give their points in the qualifier vote. The third and fourth places are very close, with Lapis Bay in fourth with 81 and Dand only 1 point ahead with 82. Solstice Springs with 111 is in second, and in first, once again, is Merville with 129. While Merville still has a gap, Solstice Springs is closing in, but will they be able to surpass Merville to win the qualifier vote? We have the points now from Lapis Bay. Here in Lapis Bay's 1 through 7 points. 8 points from Lapis Bay go to Forain. 10 points to Pixel. And 12 points from Lapis Bay go to Merville. Two cities left. Here we go. The Republic of Miwan is up next, and here's the Republic of Miwan's 1 through 7 points. 8 points to Lapis Bay. 10 points to Solstice Springs. And 12 points from the Republic of Miwan go to Nibel. And we move on to the last qualifier vote, which is from Merville, who's currently in the lead. Here are Merville's 1 through 7 points. 8 points from Merville go to Porton. 10 points to Lapis Bay. And the final 12 points from the qualifiers from Merville goes to Solstice Springs. And those are all the points from the qualifiers. As you see, we have quite a few ties, so let me clear those up for you. Start at the bottom. The ties with 10 points is the actual order is in 17th place is Content State, in 18th place is Peripotamia, and in 19th place is Birmingham. For the ties between City Secretania and Nuke for 55 points, the order is correct as reflected. City Secretania is 11th place in the qualifier vote, and Nuke is 12th place in the qualifier vote. And the tie between 3rd and 4th in the qualifier ties, 99 points. In 3rd place is Dand of the qualifier vote, and in 4th place is Lapis Bay of the qualifier vote. So many ties, so many points given out. Let's take a look at the board before we continue then. Currently, the top 10 rounds out with Melosa, Porton, Covina, Nibel, Nymphic Union, Forain, Lapis Bay, and the 3rd place currently with 99 points is Dand. Then jump ahead to 2nd place with 140 points is Solstice Springs. and only 7 points ahead in first place currently, and the winner of the qualifier vote is Merville. We have still half of the points to give out, which are from the public, your votes. For those in the live broadcast, please let me know, were there any surprises? Do you think that there's anyone that was robbed, anyone that deserved their placement? And now look at these scores. Who do you think is going to win now? As we know, the public can always change the votes as they have in the past so greatly, and this time may be no different. Let's take a look at the board once again and see the points from the public. The points from the public will be revealed in placement order of the qualifier vote from 20th to 1st. That means we're going up from Lanatam to Birmingham to Perpetuity, all the way up to Merville, who received the points from the public last. Indicate who has not yet received points from the public. There will be a nice little dot to indicate who has not. Without further ado, let's see who will be the winner of the MRTvision Screenshot Contest 12. In 20th place of the qualifier vote is Lanatam. And Lanatam, from the public, you have received 16 points. In 19th place of the qualifier vote is Birmingham. And Birmingham, for the public, you have received 30 points. In 18th place of the qualifier vote is Perpetuity. And Perpetuity, from the public, you have received 17 points. In 17th place of the qualifier vote is Content State, and Content State, from the public, you have received 46 points. In 16th place of the qualifier vote is Pascal, and Pascal, from the public, you have received 31 points. On to 15th place of the qualifier vote, which is the Republic of Miwa. And Republic of Miwa, for the public, you have received 26 points. In 14th place of the qualifier vote is East Mesa. And East Mesa, from the public, you have received 55 points. In 13th place of the qualifier vote is Pixel. And Pixel, from the public, you have received 65 points. We now move on to 12th place of the qualifier vote, which is Nuke. And Nuke, from the public, you have received 93 points. Nuke now passes Merville and takes first place currently. We now move on to 11th place, to the City Catania of the qualifier vote. Well, I'm very curious to see what Kitty will do here in editing. Very much will depend on these points. Here we go. From the public, the City Catania has received 23 points. And those are the bottom 10 of the qualifier vote, and we still have the top 10 left to go. But let's take a look at the scoreboard before we continue. Currently in first place is Nuke with 48 points, but they have received their points. Merville is currently second, only 1 point behind, but have yet to receive their points. Solstice Spring is in third, yet to receive their points as well. And then we go down to Pixel, Dan, Lapis Bay, and so on. Still 10 cities left to hear the results. We have a lot of points to give. Here we go. In 10th place of the qualifier vote is Melosa. And Melosa, from the public, you have received 92 points. Melosa now takes the lead by 1 point away from Nuke. Melosa is now 1 point ahead of Nuke, currently takes first place. I forgot to ask as well before we did the top 10 in the comments. What do you think of the results so far? Has anyone been robbed? What are you waiting for? Who do you think is going to win now? In 9th place of the qualifier vote is Porton. And Porton, from the public, you have received 31 points. We move on to 8th place of the qualifier vote, which is Covina. And Covina, from the public, you have received 70 points. Seven cities to go, and the 7th qualifier placement is Nibel, and Nibel, from the public, you have received 48 points. Six cities to go. 6th place of the qualifier vote is Niffic Union. And Niffic Union, from the public, you have received 31 points. And we are now on to the top 5 qualifiers. The 5th place qualifier is Forain. And Forain, from the public, you have received 97 points. Forain takes the lead with 177 points. Currently, the top 3 are cities that all have received their points already, so we're still waiting on Merville, Solstice Springs, Dan, and Lapis Bay to receive their points. Anything could happen. In fourth place of the qualifier vote was Lapis Bay. And Lapis Bay, from the public, you have received 95 points. And with that, Lapis Bay now takes the lead. 3 cities left. Here we go. Going into the third place of the qualifier, which is Dand. Dand, from the public, you have received 71 points. The scoreboard now stands at Lapis Bay is in first with 194. Second place is Faring with 177. And Dan is in third with 170. Merville and Social Springs yet to receive their points. And here are the last points. In second place of the qualifier vote is Solstice Springs. And Solstice Springs, from the public, you have received 142 points. With that, Social Springs has taken the lead. Social Springs is now leading with 282 points. Merville can take the spot. Merville needs 136 points to win. Merville, the winner of the qualifier vote. In the public, you have received 81 points, which means congratulations to Solstice Springs with 282 points. You are the winner of the MRTvision Screenshot Contest 12. Now, let's take a look at the final placements here. I will clarify some ties as well first. The winner, of course, of the public vote is Solstice Springs with 142 points, quite a big gap. Congratulations, Solstice Springs there as well. And the ties in the final, East Mesa is 12th and Portland is 13th. Congratulations to Solstice Springs and all of our participants. Thank you so much for participating. And here are your top 10. In 10th place is Pixel with 112 points. In 9th place is Nibel with 115 points. In 8th place is Covina with 134 points. In 7th place is Nuke with 148 points. 6th place is Melosa with 149 points. In 5th place is Dand with 170 points. 4th place is Forain with 177 points. In 3rd place, receiving $1,000 with 194 points, is Lapis Bay. In 2nd place, receiving $2,000 with 228 points, is Merville. And receiving $3,000, and the winner of the MRTvision Screenshot Contest 12 with 282 points is Solstice Springs. And those are the final placements. I want to say thank you so much for watching and commenting and voting and doing everything that makes this contest possible. I really appreciate it. If you were happy, bad your score, disappointed, whatever the result. Of course, there's always next time, and of course, I really appreciate you participating. I hope you at least enjoyed some part of it, at least in some way. Enjoyed looking at the screenshots, voting, or whatever that may be. From Caprica, I'm McYoshi26, and we'll see you next time in the MRTvision Screenshot Contest 13, possibly. Good evening and good night.